Okay, guys. So I want to walk you through a little bit more detail on how you're going to start your meal planning. And again, it's 90% of your results. So I really, really want you guys to do this part. It's going to take some time, but it's going to be worth it in the end because you're going to get results. So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick how you are going to do your meal plan. So you can do it with pen and paper, just writing it down. I'm a big pen and paper person. Or you can actually do it in Word or Excel. It doesn't matter. It's whatever works for you. But just pick the way that you are going to meal plan, where you're going to write it down. So the next thing I want you to do after you do your calculations is decide what you want to eat for the week. So how I do it for my family is we sit down and we decide what dinners we want for the week. And once we have the amount of dinners that we want for the week, we then go in and look through the pantry, look at the recipes, look through the pantry, see what we need, and we start to make our grocery list off from our dinner list. Taking a look at the recipes. If we don't automatically know what goes into that specific dinner, we'll look at the recipes. And if it's not in the pantry, we put it on the list. There are also staple things that we typically have in our house. And as you go through your health and fitness journey and you get better and better and better at this process, because it is a process, you will come to find those staples that fit for you and your family and your home too. So for example, things for my family, we always have a tub of plain Greek yogurt. We typically have almonds in our fridge. We always have, unsweetened almond milk, regular almond milk. I'm trying to think of other things off the top of my head. Whole wheat bread, Ezekiel toast. Oatmeal is a big one. We always have eggs. We always have just different things like that. So go through your recipes, make your dinner list, and then really what you want to do from there is start to map it out. So if it's not in the cupboard and it's on the recipe, or it's something that you want for a snack, make sure that it goes on to your grocery list. So one of the ways that I keep track of a lot of the recipes that we use in our house is, honestly, every program that I've ever gotten, I always keep the books. So these are just a few: 21 Day Fix, Hammer and Sizzle, 21 Day Fix Extreme, Size, and I even keep the 3-Day Refresh book, because with this book, there are some awesome stir-fry recipes in here that with a 3-Day Refresh, you take out animal byproducts. But I will use the stir-fry recipe in here and use quinoa and chicken on top of it to actually make a meal for my family. The other good way to find recipes and things that you want to try for your family is different blog sites. So I load a lot of my recipes on adriennewoodard.com. You'll also find a lot of recipes on adriennewoodard.blogspot.com, or I will actually send you a document with some of my go-to recipes as far as veggies and different meals are concerned. So one of the things that I want to give you a tip on to not overwhelm yourself is to try one new recipe a week. That's what I typically try to do with my family. We try it. If we love it, it stays on the list of things that we eat. If we don't like it, then we don't make it again. And that's a really, really important part, because when you're trying one new recipe a week, you're really finding some really good, awesome recipes. But at the same time, you're not overwhelming yourself with trying to plan an entirely new menu. So one new recipe a week is a really good rule of thumb. So decide how you're going to do your meal plan, and sit down today, tomorrow, and really work on your meal plan. I'm going to upload into the group for you some different templates that you can use. I'm going to upload the tracking sheet for you as well, so you have that. Then you're going to plan your grocery shopping. So after I have my dinner list, I've made my grocery list off of my dinner list and my recipes, it's time to go shopping. So I go and I get everything that I need. So when I come home in the evenings, or when my husband comes home in the evenings, we know what we're having for dinner that day. I typically take it out in the morning or I take it out in the afternoon so it thaws. We know what we're having for dinner because we've made our dinner list. So when I come home from grocery shopping, one of the things that I will typically do, I will take time to cut up my veggies and portion those out in the containers and then put them into a baggie so they're all in the fridge. I do the same thing with my fruit. I typically boil eggs and portion those into baggies. I do roasted chicken as well. And I'm kind of doing all of this simultaneously. It takes me probably an hour, sometimes an hour and a half or two. You'll get faster the more and more you do this. But I get everything ready. I portion it out and I put it in the fridge. So when I'm on the go, or Jake's getting ready for work, he can grab stuff out of the fridge, put it in his lunch pail, he's out the door. If I've got something that I have to do as far as errands, I can grab something out of the fridge or an apple out of the basket or banana or whatever, and I'm out the door as well. So it's really, really important that not only, you do the recipes, your meal planning, but you do the prep part of it too, because that's really what's going to save you time the rest of the week from having to do that each day. If you take time on typically Saturday or Sunday, Saturday to do your grocery shopping, Sunday to do your meal prep, or a combination of those two, that's going to save you a lot of time during the week, and it's really, really critical. So portioning all that stuff out. So one of the things that I do, so I'm going to screen share with you and show you a couple different meal plans that I have actually created and worked with. So this is an example of a meal plan that I've done literally where this is a simple meal plan. I ate the same thing for about 3 weeks. So this was 21 Day Fix Extreme. And I numbered out my days here. I knew what my yellows were. So yellow was oatmeal, egg whites was 1 red, teaspoon was peanut butter. And this is a little bit different of a setup. But if you're looking for something really simple and easy and you don't mind eating the same things over and over again, there is variation, don't get me wrong. But then this might be a recipe template for you. So also I linked in here mustard chicken. You can see the link. I can click. It's going to take me right to the recipe. Salsa chicken, it's going to take me right to the recipe for that. So that's one way you can do it. I also have this template, which is what I typically use the most. And this basically, up here, how many containers of each do I need for the day? What is my workout? So I know what workout I'm doing each day. And I typically plan in my workouts. I like to get up early in the morning, usually about 5 o'clock, and get my workout in. That way I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day or finding time to fit it into my busy schedule. A lot of us are working full-time jobs. It's on your mind and it's in the back of your mind and it's heavy on your mind until you actually get it done. So making sure you have a plan, whether that's in the morning, whether that's in the afternoon, or if it's in the evening for you, it doesn't matter. What works for you works for you. Just make sure you plan it in. So I will take this and then of course I come in and there are typical things that I like to eat for snacks. So I like bananas and peanut butter. I like apples and peanut butter. Obviously can't eat those because I like Shakeology with peanut butter all in the same day because I only get 2 teaspoons of nut butter. So I've got to make sure that I portion those out across the week. I also like carrots and hummus. Cucumbers, I will eat those for snacks too. I buy a lot of the frozen veggies, steamed veggies, carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower, and I'll typically eat those sometimes for snacks throughout the day. My normal go-to breakfasts are oatmeal, and I make that a bunch of different ways. Eggs or egg whites and whole wheat toast, or a lot of times I'll have Shakeology for breakfast, and then maybe something along with that as well. So there are staple things that I go to in the morning for breakfast. There's typical things that I will have for snacks. And then lunch is usually a leftover from the day before, or it's roasted chicken that I made ahead of time with a baggie of fruit or something that I've pre-portioned. So I use all of that pre-portioned food throughout the day while I'm working. And then, of course, the dinners are pre-planned. So I have everything in the fridge that I need because I've planned it out. I've looked at the recipe. I've gone to the store. I picked up everything that I need. So this is a sample meal plan that I would typically use too. And another meal plan that actually is not, I can't take credit for it. I didn't create it. A friend of mine created it, is actually a meal plan that looks like this. This is my friend Kate's meal plan, and she does the same thing. So she's got her amount of containers up here. She's got a spot to put your workouts. Same format. The really awesome thing that I like about this is you don't need 2 separate sheets. So she's got your tally blocks down here, which is really awesome. You could just check them off. If you had a piece of toast in the morning, which definitely stay away from white, stay away from multigrain, You want the first ingredient to say whole wheat, or better yet, Ezekiel toast, which is sprout bread. You would check off, if you had a slice of that for you, check off one. And let's say you had Shakeology with peanut butter, you would check off one there. And let's say you had the peanut butter in there. I don't think there's a thing in here for teaspoons, but we would check that off as well. So this is another option for you, which is a really, really good option to have. So I'm going to upload these documents in the group for you so you can use which one you like. I'll also upload the tracking sheets for you as well. If there's anything that you can't find in the files section, let me know and I can send that to you personally as well. But guys, don't skip this step. I know it can be overwhelming. I know it can be a challenge, but trust me, I don't want you to get 2 to 3 weeks into this challenge and not see results because you didn't plan the nutrition piece of it. It is 90% of the results that you will see. And take it from me, who when I started with Insanity, I didn't do any of this nutritional planning. It wasn't until the 21-day fix. And like I said, my husband looked at me and he said, "Are you going to do the meal plan?" I was like, "No." And so I actually ended up doing the meal plan for the first time ever with the 21-day fix. And it was hands down, by far, the best results that I have ever gotten with any of the Beachbody programs. And I follow them since. So take some time today. Sit down, make a meal plan. If you need any help through the process, let me know, and we will get you set up and on your way to some awesome results, guys. So, all right, we'll talk to you soon.